I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed a flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a bither. Not a civilian, I'm a citizen. Green around the world, looking militant. I fly. Restaurants don't be militant.
What?
I mean Michelin, traveling on dividends.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out the...
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, break. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
Come on, go!
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Zach Charbonnet was the intended target. And it'll be second down.
Dixie, ready.
From the gun, it's Milroe. That one to Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
This one is caught. It's Robert Tonyan. Look at the big man go. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. His first touchdown of the new campaign. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a dog. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll throw to begin with Shuck. He's going to let this one go deep. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Ready, so here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Jump back in.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway. And now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession. And it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that 1st down.
Going to be incomplete. Hufford's very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Bronco 80. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, trap 50, trap 50.
On 2nd down, Milroe. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Back to 60, back to 60.
To throw again is Milroe. That is to the rookie, Torrey Horton. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
That's good.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Mike, everybody stresses it. We want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Ready.
Now a run with Charbonnet. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd down, Milroe. He's got a man, that's Horton. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
First and 10.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, top below 18. 19 Lions.
Milrow. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
70.
On second down, here's Milrow. Open Jigba left side, he's got it. For the pylon, he's pinned. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Myers, good on the extra point. As the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0. Ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here is Shuck on first and 10. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. It's second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Second and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. It is third and 10. Looking to throw, here is Shuck. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
To return, it's Shaheed. Looked like he was at a scene for a moment. Was taken down after a solid return.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go. Franco 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
On first and 10, it's Milrow. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
19, go.
Now Milrow. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Banks.
So often it just comes down to decision-making, and while you understand there's going to be ups and downs and ebbs and flows anytime you're dealing with a young rookie quarterback, the reality is he wants to play well here at home. Maybe he's pressing a little bit, but he wants his fans at his home crowd to be behind him and support him. That's going to come. That's going to be all in due time. But here today, he's got to worry about just play well and execute at the quarterback position, everything else will take care of itself.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So after one, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back to the Great Northwest in a moment. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, it's shut. It'll be caught right side by the rookie wideout. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, New Orleans. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The air again is shut. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he's into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
14, Saints 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Okay, ready? Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go, set. Count, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now Milrow on 1st down. Looking middle, and there is Horton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18, Roderick, ready? 19, 18.
Now it's Milrow. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Brian Burns. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's Milrow to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. Shuck looking to throw on first down. Going up top. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 88 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
65 tag, 65. Let's go now. Ready.
On play action, Milrow. Flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Milrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Riley. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Bronco 80. 60 Eagles. 18. Pioneer. Dragon. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, right?
On first down, it's Milrow. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Banks. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
The extra point is good. The Saints have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Corey Horton now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on first and 10 is Darnold. Now, right on the heels of the pick six, he is intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, for the good corners, Mike, they all share this certain mentality, right? It's bring it on. I want the best. I want the ball thrown in my direction. So anytime they get a chance to break up a play and silence an opposing offense, but man, when they get a chance to take one away and get their hands on it, that is what they live for.
On first and 10, here's Shuck. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Seattle after this. Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Saints. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Darnold. He's got the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. So, a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll get this out to the left flat. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the Saints' 30-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Here goes Sutton.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. That is caught. What a throw. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On first down, Shuck. Got a man, good job coming back for the ball on the completion. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Olave is the motion man. Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. He's going to air this one out. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. First down throw there is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo.
He may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he will score. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Myers down to add the PAT. That may be a wrench thrown in the operation. The snap wasn't great. Kick is pulled. It is no good.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Brown now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Olave is the motion man. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
And 12 at the 28-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now shut. He'll look deep. Left sideline.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with the ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. To throw is Darnold. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
34-yard line.
To the air is Shuck. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shuck. For the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Rodney Thomas. And the Seahawks are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Darnold then on 1st and 10. To the left side and caught by Horton. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
At the 47-yard line.
handoff, it's Charbonnet. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And now he loses the football. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Chuck. Now he'll air one out, and the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. Shuck looking to throw on 1st down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The air again is Shuck. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. That's swung out to Etienne. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Throwing again, Shuck. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Once more, Shuck. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
on third down. They'll set up to throw. That's to the rookie, Smith.
So what they're trying to do with this concept here, Mike, is they're trying to put layers into the defense. There's somebody attacking deep, there's somebody attacking intermediate, and then in this case, they force the ball to be thrown to the underneath check down, and they're able to keep him short and force fourth down.
They'll go, and here's Shuck. That is incomplete. Well, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
65, 65, Panther 18, Pioneer.
Now Milroe on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Milroe. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
70 Rangers, 19 Shark Warriors, 70.
They'll indeed go for it with Milroe. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Olave is the motion man. On first down, Shuck. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Smith. Touchdown, New Orleans. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved his defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Ready, ready. Cowboy 80.
They'll go play action with Milroe. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Smash, smash. Ready, ready.
Charbonnet in the back, and he goes straight ahead. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. And he Stutzman there for the stop.
A 2-yard pickup takes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8.
Come on. 19 tight. 19 tight. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing is Milroe. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
18, Ragler, 18.
Here we go. 4th down. It's Milroe. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down. Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Olave is the motion man. On 2nd down, it's Shuck. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Now Shuck. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Dragon 60. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Buffalo, 18.
On 1st down, it's Milroe. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
To the air, it's Milrow. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 18 yards on the pickup there, and a first down. First and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 by 19, Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Throwing again, it's Milrow. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Come on.
To throw again is Milrow. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Out of the gun, they're going to give it to Charbonnet. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. It is 3rd and long.
Ready? Panther and left. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Mavericks. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Ready? 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Fight. Here we go. Here we go. 45. White. Ready.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 43 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Wide on the RPO, and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle gets him down behind the line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and So far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Chuck to throw on second down. And deep for the back of the end zone. That is Bullock. What a throw. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a fourth-quarter lead, and it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recoveries. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You've got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go. Like 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. That pass ball's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, it's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Seattle.
Top 60. Get it.
Milroe gonna throw it again. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring bring up second down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
To throw again is Darnold. Looking to the left side. He's got it. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
There's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Darnold to the air once more. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Ryan Brzee in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. It uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. At the end of the day,
the pressure, too much, and he goes down. Chase Young, he's in for the sack, and it will lead to fourth and very long.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on down.
Let's go now. Move it, 19, 70 rings, 70 rings, 69 rings, 69 rings.
On first down, Shuck. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Track 60. Go, 19, tight. 19, come on, 70, Hawk 70. Go.
They'll go play action here with Chuck. Again, working deep downfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 79 Bronco. Take up.
Now Shuck on third down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one.